Hello there and welcome to Lunchtime News here on TV1. I'm Amavi Banugoda. Let's start off by taking a look at your headlines this afternoon.
New Democratic Front plays bonds on behalf of its presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa. Petition filed challenging the citizenship of Gotabaya Rajapaksa taken up for the third day today. Supreme Court rejects petition filed by former mayor of Galle seeking order to prevent presidential election from being held. Election Commission imposed strict regulations on posters and cutouts. Railway trade unions say the strike action will continue until their demands are met.
In your lead story this afternoon, the consideration of the petition filed at the Court of Appeal challenging the SLPP presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa's Sri Lankan citizenship enters its third day today. According to our reporter on the location, he said the court proceedings started at 9:30 this morning. Attorney at Law President's Counsel Romesh De Silva, appearing on behalf of Gotabaya Rajapaksa, presented facts to court. We have our reporters on location to bring you the latest developments of the court proceedings. Stay tuned to News First for more details. Now taking a look at another one of your headline-making stories this afternoon, the Supreme Court rejected the writ petition filed by former Mayor of Galle, Metsiri De Silva, seeking order to prevent the presidential election from being held. The petition was called before the three-member judge panel consisting of Vijit Malalagoda, G. Patman Surasena and Gamini Abesekara. The lawyer appearing on behalf of the petitioners requested the court to grant permission to withdraw the petition as they do not hope to continue with the petition. The panel rejected the petition and warned not to ridicule the judiciary. Meanwhile, in another one of your headline-making stories this afternoon, Chairman of the National Election Commission, Mahinda Deshapriya, convened a media briefing today.
There is an issue regarding posters and cutouts of political parties. We requested all presidential candidates of political parties to hand over their nominations to voluntarily remove all their posters and cutouts. If they are not removed, it can be considered as a punishable offence. Starting from this evening, we will remove all election cutouts and banners from Boralla Junction to Diyata Uyana. Cutouts in police stations and state institutions will be removed. We have already requested to remove all cutouts from public places. We will strictly enforce the law after date of nominations. That does not mean anything can be done during this weekend. We have made written requests to everyone to remove the cutouts that were put up for their respective presidential candidates. However, in our country, not much attention is paid to requests. Therefore, when we are vested with the relevant powers, we will strictly enforce the law.
On a separate note, it must be noted that those who could not cast their vote for the Alpitiya Pradeshya Sabha can cast their postal vote today. Postal voting at the Election Commission in the Galle district commenced at 9 this morning. It is scheduled to end at 4 p.m. Postal votes for the Alpitiya Pradeshya Sabha were cast at 269 election centres on the 27th of last month. Taking a look at one of your headline-making stories this afternoon, trade unions say despite railway services being declared as an essential service, they will continue with their strike action until their demands are met.
The chairman of the Railway Drivers Association, Indiga Doranguda, said many requests were made to the authorities to resolve the issue pertaining to salary anomalies. The trade union action was launched by the engine drivers, regulators, superintendents and supervising officers as a solution was not provided. The trade union action continues for the 9th consecutive day today. Despite the strike action, our correspondent said office train from Mahawar to Kurunegala and Kandy operated this morning. Our correspondent said that a train from the Polgahabla railway station operated by a retired engine driver enabled many passengers to arrive in Colombo.
The New Democratic Front placed their bonds on behalf of its presidential candidate, Minister Sajith Premadasa, under its symbol, the swan, at the National Elections Commission today.
The bonds were placed by non-cabinet ministers Ajit P. Pereira and Sujeeva Senasinghe.
He is a clean Sri Lankan. Sajith Premadasa does the right thing at the right time with the right team. So he is the right team. We placed bonds today. We are hoping to make Sajith Premadasa the president of all. We have the required strength, opportunity and luck to do that.
ජනාධිපති බවට සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මැතිතුමා පත් කරන්නට අපට ශක්තියක් වරමත් වාසනාවක් තියෙනවා.
සෙනග බලන්න ඔබතුමාලා එන්න nomination.
Come and see the crowd on the day of nomination. We will visit the Temple of the Tooth on the 8th at 8:30 in the morning. And on the 10th, come to Golface, count the crowd and let us know who is going to win.
කවුද දිනන්නේ කියලා.
ඒ වගේම ලංකාවේ
This will be the biggest public rally in the political history of Sri Lanka. Swan is a symbol that unites the entire country.
මුළු රටම එකතු කරන ලකුණ.
ඔගොල්ලෝ කිව්වනේ දැන් අපි මේ කුලියට දුන්නා.
You said that we gave away the symbol of swan on rent, but our party isn't a party like that. I got around 18 of us. We gave this to the winning faction.
දෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා මොකද අපි දිනන පක්ෂයකට තමයි අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ලකුණ දෙන්නේ.
Taking a look at your political stories, the final public rally in support of the SLPP representatives contesting the LPT Pradesh Sabha elections was held in Kalapata yesterday. Former national organizer of the SLPP, former Minister Basil Rajapaksa, expressed the following views during the event.
Farming was ruined. There are insufficient factories to sell tea. In that sense, even those involved in tea production have been ruined. The rubber industry, paper industry, dairy sector and paddy have been ruined. Back in the days, when you wanted some money, you used to ask from a friend. But today, everyone is entangled in debt repayment. Under the leadership of Mahinda Rajapaksa, when Gotabaya Rajapaksa is elected as the president of this country on the 16th of November, he will write all of debt within a period of a week. The first step of his victory will start from LPT. LPT remains on top of the list in our government.
It's amusing to see the amount of court cases that have been filed. Everyone is filing a case and after some time they withdraw it. We will never disrespect the judiciary. However, in the recent past, we have never witnessed any government other than the present file so many cases. In some tragic news here at home, meanwhile, 2 people have reportedly died from electrocution in Vagaspitia, Mahawar.
The police said the tragic deaths were the result of the duo coming in contact with an unprotected electric wire that was drawn along a plot of cultivated land as protection from wild elephants. He added, both victims, one aged 30 and the other, a father of 2 aged 48, were area residents. The Mahawar police has launched an investigation into this matter. Locals said they are suffering due to the human-elephant conflict in the area.
Still in your local news, an Indian national in possession of a stock of narcotics identified as ice has been arrested at the Bandaranaike International Airport.
Customs sources revealed that the suspect was in possession of 1 kilogram of ice with a street value of more than 10 million rupees. It was also revealed that the arrested suspect had brought in the narcotic substances under the guise of importing saris. Customs said further investigations in this regard are currently taking place.
A 3-day dengue eradication program focused on the Kampha, Galle and Colombo districts commenced yesterday.
The program in the Galle district commenced yesterday with the participation of employees and health officers of the Galle Municipal Council. A program to detect dengue breeding places was also organized in line with the program. Thus far, 77 dengue-related deaths were reported during the year. Director of the National Dengue Eradication Unit, Dr. Aruna Jaisekara, said 50,607 dengue cases were reported during the year.
A protest was staged opposite the Ratnapura Kolonna District Hospital yesterday.
The protest, which was organized by locals, was staged to oppose the transfer of a doctor to the Kolonna hospital. Locals alleged the respective doctor had received the transfer to the Kolonna hospital through political connections. All 6 doctors employed at the hospital joined the protest. Our correspondent added all functions at the hospital were hampered due to the protest, resulting in patients facing severe inconveniences.